Hello and welcome to this brief video demonstration, how to authorize long-term visitors in dwellingLIVE. In this video demonstration, we'll cover the following process. We'll log into dwellingLIVE, select Add Guest, select Permanent Guest, enter the visitor details, save the visitor pass, send an e-pass, a very important step. Special note, when your visitor checks in at the gate for the first time with their e-pass, which includes a QR code or quick response code, they will receive a printed dashboard pass. You're probably familiar with those. Those are valid only for 1 month, and the printed passes will need to be renewed. You do not need to re-enter your visitor's details unless you want to. So let's take a look with a brief demo. Here I am in the Apple Safari web browser. I'm coming to my dwellingLIVE bookmark, and I'll click on that bookmark, which takes me to this page, which is the main page for our Laguna de la Paz site on dwellingLIVE. I will enter my login credentials and click Login. That takes me to the home page for dwellingLIVE, where I can add a guest, add a party, restrict a guest, etc., check on my account, these sorts of things. We'll come here to Add Guest. This step is quite important. You want to click Permanent Guest and select their guest pass type as guest. So we're going to call our permanent visitor here long-term, and they're with a company called Vendor. They don't necessarily have to be with a vendor, etc. As you're gaining familiarity with dwellingLIVE, you are encouraged to send both an email e-pass as well as a text e-pass. So here we're going to send an email to longterm@vendor.com, which is clearly a contrived address and a contrived phone number. If you had any special notes for the attendant, etc., then we can specify which days of the week they would be permitted to access. We're going to deselect Saturday and Sunday. Now notice at this step there's no date range. If you see the date range, you are in the temporary guest authorization screen. With the permanent guest designation, there is no end date. So this is very important. We come here to Save, click on Save, and here is our confirmation page. This is very important for your visitor to receive their e-pass. You must click on the Send button. You'll get another confirmation. Click OK. We come back to the guest list, and we notice that long-term vendor is there in our guest list. Let's come back here for a moment to that e-pass. One thing you'll want to know, when your visitor receives their e-pass, email or via text message, it will include a QR code that they can display at the gate to speed their entrance. However, they will also receive a printed dashboard pass. You're probably familiar with those. Those printed dashboard passes are good for 1 month, even though we have not specified an end date here. That means at the end of a 1-month cycle, when your visitor attempts to use that dashboard pass and it is expired, the guard will print a new one, also valid for 1 month, which your visitor will then use to gain access. So once again, we're going to go back to the guest list, and just for completeness, we will log out. Thank you for watching this brief demonstration, how to authorize long-term visitors in dwellingLIVE. And please remember, at Laguna de la Paz, our safety begins with you using dwellingLIVE.